What's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to give you my top 10 wrestlers of 2024, male wrestlers, that is, and some honorable mentions too. But before we get started, you know the drill. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and when the video's over, please comment on anybody I may have forgot who you think deserve to be higher or lower. And I always want to hear from you because you guys are the reason I make these videos. But here we go. Let's start with my honorable mention. And we're going to start off with the current IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Zack Sabre Jr. He's held the title for 75 days and counting. And he finally broke through honestly, now that Omega's gone, Okada's gone, a lot of those guys who were the kind of at the top finally have been gone. But he did win the G1 this year too, and he just missed making my top 10. Next up, we have Seth freaking Rollins. Seth's basically been in a little bit of everything all year. He did take a little bit of a hiatus because, injuries have caught up with him. He did start 2024 as your WWE World Heavyweight Champion, which he was for 316 days, the inaugural return of the World Heavyweight Championship. He did lose it at Night of Champions in May with the whole Drew beating him and then getting cashed in by Damian Priest. But Seth Rollins has always been an integral part of a lot of things going on this year and still not quite good enough to crack my top 10. This was so hard this year. Next up, I'm going to conclude Jey Uso. Jey Uso, fan favorite of the year. Just that's the reason he makes this list. His intercontinental title win was breaking the internet great. And unfortunately, he was just a title holder and held it for 27 days for Braun Breaker to win it back from him. But Jey Uso, all year long, has either been the Bloodline stories or his own stories, has been an integral part of everything going on WWE this year. Now, some people are going to probably get on me on this one. Roman Reigns, honorable mention. I couldn't put him in the top 10. While Roman Reigns entered the year as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion and his epic, historic reign, which came to an end at WrestleMania by losing to Cody Rhodes, he did go away for quite a while. But then when he did come back, it was such a heavy impact on everything going on, Bloodline related, WWE related, and his Bloodline Civil War story that's currently going on, plus getting Cody to team up with him. Big thing. So he didn't crack the top 10, but there we go. I got two more honorable mentions here, so bear with me. I had to give a lot of honorable mentions because this was literally the hardest list I've ever had to make. MJF really gone a lot this year, injured to start the year. I probably could have put him a little higher, probably could have cracked him in the top 10, but I felt like as much as he was gone between injuries and filming movies, he was the AEW International Champion for 39 days and, always has something going on. But MJF, he didn't make the top 10 this year. And my last honorable mention goes to CM Punk. Honestly, Punk didn't sniff a championship in the WWE, but since he returned the fall before, has been in some great storylines, and his feud with Drew McIntyre was probably the best feud in the WWE this year, all over a stupid little bracelet. Just the two things these men did to get at each other's goats and go after each other were absolutely epic. So I had to give CM Punk an honorable mention on this list. Let's go into the top 10. Well, actually, before we do, why don't you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and again, at the end of the video, please comment what I got wrong, who you think I need to put in there, who shouldn't be in there. I want to hear from you because that's why I make these videos. Okay, top 10 time. Number 10, Adam Hangman Page. I am putting Adam Hangman Page in here simply for the fact that even though he was gone for quite a while, his feud with Swerve Strickland was one of the best. It was my favorite men's feud of the year, right up hand in hand with CM Punk and Drew. They burned a damn house down. I mean, that's how crazy he burnt Swerve Strickland's childhood home down. You had to have him on here, and just the things those two did and the matches they had this year. You could not include him in this top 10. Next up, number 9, we have Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion for about 2 minutes. As we told before, he did win against Seth Rollins at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, but we all know what happened. Damian Priest came in and cashed in that Money in the Bank and became the champion instead of Drew, which he got screwed over by CM Punk. And speaking of CM Punk, that is the other big reason Drew is on this list. Drew's antics on TV, on social media, especially with his feud with CM Punk, were legendary. And that match, the matches they had, and the Hell in a Cell match they had, Drew McIntyre deserves to be on this, not just for his in the ring, but his out of the ring and on social media antics. Number 8, the current and 4-time AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley. Honestly, without Mox, AEW would be in big trouble. He also won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, I believe, too, this year. Had that for a little while. And Moxley's basically bled AEW since he's came there. And him and the Death Riders are the big thing right now, although I'm not sure what they're doing with that storyline, but you got to have Jon Moxley in here as your current AEW champion. The next person on this list at number 7 is Tetsuya Naito. I always call him Naito, so I never say his first name. IWGP World Heavyweight Champion twice in 2024 for a total of 205 days. One of the top guys there is over in New Japan and always puts on bangers of matches. And of course, we've seen him in AEW Forbidden Door matches. And he had to be on this list just because he was such a dominant champion for most of the year. Next up, number 6. You can't not have this guy on here just with his involvement between all the storylines and the fact he was a heavyweight champion. That's Damian Priest. Damian Priest won the World Heavyweight Championship, held it for 118 days. He was basically the leader of the Judgment Day, or co-leader of the Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley before that all went south at Mania. And then him and his Terror Twin Rhea got some justice and vengeance after that. And ever since, Damian has been involved with some sort of title picture and had some amazing feuds. And him and Finn are going into what looks to be another epic feud in the future. Number 5, Bryan Danielson. Some people are going to kill me for this. They think he should be higher. Trust me. AEW World Championship win this year. He had it for 48 days, and then he lost and ended his full-time in-ring career. But Danielson had some of the best matches of the year. The only thing I didn't like about Danielson's matches, everything played off of his injury angles, and that kind of annoyed me sometimes. But Bryan Danielson cannot be not in the top 5, so he's my number 5. At number 4, he is the Ring General, Gunther. Gunther is your current World Heavyweight Champion of 148 days and counting. He entered the year as the Intercontinental Champion, ending his title reign with 666 days, and is a perennial favorite for any pro wrestling list there is. The guy is one of the best in the business. He has his own slope. All his matches are a slow pace that build to a crescendo, and they really get into it in the last 5 minutes. I absolutely love it. Those chops are amazing, and Gunther deserves to be on this list. Number 3, he was your AEW World Champion for 126 days. That's Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland I was so happy to see Swerve win the title this year. He is one guy I have seen in the indies a lot. He used to do Pro Wrestling Revolver here in Iowa and Ohio. And I was so happy for him. The only thing is, his title reign for me wasn't the greatest. I felt like they focused on other things going on sometimes than his title. But when he got into his feuding with Hangman Page, the matches they had this year, and then when Hangman came back, oh my God, Swerve and Hangman made the year at AEW. Honestly, that was the only thing that really drove my interest in AEW most of the year as far as storylines go, other than Timeless Tony Storm, of course. But Swerve Strickland, number 3. Number 2, probably the best in-ring wrestler in the world, in my opinion, Will Ospreay. The two-time AEW International Champion for a total of 100 days this year. He's also been in probably, like I said, the best matches in AEW this year. And he's one of those you can't miss, guys. You just can't miss anything he wrestles in, anything he does, because Will is he's the best in the world, in my opinion. Like I said, Will Ospreay is in at number 2. And at number 1, some people are going to hate this, and I know why, but number 1, it's Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes finished his story at WrestleMania this year. He is the current WWE champion for 264 days, and he has had some feuds with AJ Styles, Gunther, KO, and he even united with Roman Reigns to take on the Bloodline. So it's been the year of Cody. Last year was kind of the year of Cody building up, but this year has been totally about Cody. And he is on the top product in the world also. So I is why he kind of edged out Osprey for me. But Cody Rhodes is your number 1 on my list of the top 10 wrestlers. And that is that. So like I said, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and give me some comments. I want to hear from you. I need to know what you guys think of the list. If you didn't like it, who you think should be on here, who shouldn't be on here, who should be up, who should be down. I make these videos for you guys. So I want to know what you think. Please comment. And if you want to check out any of my other social media, including my Discord, or I have a new Reddit, you can check all of those links out at tylerwrestles.com. It will be in the description. I have a basically link tree of all of my social medias on there. And till next time, these were the top 10 male wrestlers of 2024. Peace out.